Love scars, love of wounds.
Hello and welcome to Oh the Horror. I'm a bum, and you probably think I'm dressed like this because it's Halloween, right? Or it could be that this movie was so awful that it sent me on a week-long binge, where I was drinking nothing but cheap gin and bourbon, until there was nothing left but the clothes on my back. But no, it's just Halloween. And so is this movie. Apparently.
Released in 2007, and in this critic's opinion, the worst of the recent years' string of horror franchise remakes. While some can accuse the Nightmare and Evil Dead remakes of lacking the charm of their originals, or the Friday remake of being monotonous, at least they had the decency of staying true to their source material and paying respect to it. And then there's the Halloween remake, which takes everything that made the original a classic and spits on it. Suspense? Ha! Engaging characters? Ha ha! A villain that is set up not so much to be a man, but a dark and faceless force of nature. Ah! Okay, as far as basics for understanding all the major stuff go, it was pretty similar in story. I mean, Michael murders his sister as a child, although instead of that 3-minute opening from the original, get ready to spend over 40 inbred reeked minutes of the movie on that part.
I'm all broken up here, bitch. I can't work.
Yeah, and whose fault is that?
Fuck you.
Oh my god, you're pathetic.
And he's sent to the mental hospital, only to escape years later and go on a killing spree in Haddonfield. That is eventually thwarted by his long-lost baby sister, Laurie.
And no, of course, I'm not saying that all remakes have to be shot for shot like their originals. I mean, we've seen shit like that before. But when you stray so far away from your source material to the point that everything is completely unrecognizable, you just gotta wonder, why did they even make this a remake in the first place? Just make an original story. Oh, right. Name value. Well, as ugly as that first movie was, let's make everything 10 times worse with Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
So this movie starts with a quote from the Subconscious Psychosis of Dreams.
And as far as mine and many other people's research has gone, no evidence of such a book has been found. So until I'm shown otherwise, I'm just going to assume it's some shit Rob made up in order to justify giving his wife a role in this movie, because God forbid he make one without her.
Okay, no more deviations, right. So, basically, if you see a white horse in your dreams, you're apparently full of chaotic rage.
All you parents who have like an 8-year-old daughter who wants a pony, run for your lives because apparently she's a psychopath.
Jeez, I thought I'd at least have to sit until the end of the movie before being filled with my own chaotic rage. We begin in a flashback with Sheri Moon Zombie reprising her role as Michael's mother, Deborah. She's here in the mental hospital to visit her unreprised role's son, who, of course, as I mentioned, brutally murdered his older sister on that fateful Halloween night. Then again, he also killed William Forsythe that night, but I think the police were too busy cheering to charge him for that one. Cut forward 15 years, and we're at the aftermath of the first movie, in which Laurie Strode, played in these movies by Scout Taylor-Compton, walks deliriously away from the site of the finale. Or maybe I got my movies mixed up again, and this is actually the Carrie remake.
It's a girl walking along the side of the highway. We should pull over and help her out. I mean, they make scary movies that start out like that.
Hey, but they make porno movies that start out like that too, man.
Laurie is taken to the hospital, and the Fuzz arrive at the old Myers house to clean up the bodies of the victims, and of course Myers himself.
Did you get a look at the naked chick? Ooh, man, she was F-I-N-E fine. I heard a story about a couple of meat wagon boys fucking corpses over in Essex. I ain't never had the urge till tonight.
Seriously, between this sicko and those rapey security guards from the first movie, who does the hiring in this town?
They're like, cow! Cow!
See you on the moon, motherfuckers! Alright, time for my original review of this movie.
Fuck! 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 Fuck!
As expected, Michael gives Death the middle finger, and after sawing off Necromantic's head, Deborah appears. Yeah, I'll be getting to that later on. Back at the worst-staffed hospital in Haddonfield.
Emergency room A. Oh, honey, you need my help getting back to your room. I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm good, just multiple stab wounds and a broken leg. Michael suddenly appears to make us think for a moment that this actually is a remake of Halloween 2. Michael chases Laurie throughout the hospital and down to the boiler room of 1,000 corpses. When did he have time to kill that many people without being noticed? This Michael isn't exactly as subtle as his 80s counterpart. And she eventually finds a good hiding spot in the Night Watchman's office.
That's until she realised the Night Watchman was not Kiefer Sutherland from Mirrors 1, but Nick Stahl from Mirrors 2.
Oh, hey, it's Richard Rayleigh. Yet I suspect that despite Rob's love for showing the full-blown suffering in his death scenes, Richard's death will be far less satisfying than it was in Hatchet. But at least I make up for it by showing his office at least getting brutally mutilated.
So did that really happen? Or was the first 25 minutes of this movie just a dream sequence? Rob, can you do anything short?
But saying that, those 25 minutes were probably the best in the movie, because in those, we didn't have to deal with this.
One fucking day at a time. You know what, if I hear that fucking phrase one more fucking time, I mean, she just fucking sits there in her fucking leather chair and judges me like she's fucking God.
I did a top 5 on my favourite heroes of horror last year. But if I were to ever do one on my least favourite, then this little sunflower would be right at the top, because Rob Zombie's Laurie Strode may have been a characterless airhead in the first movie, but here she is a rude, obnoxious, spiteful, nasty little bitch who you feel absolutely zero sympathy for.
So what do you see?
White horse? So what does that tell you? Am I crazy or sane?
Tells me you're a girl who likes white horses.
Maybe that should have been the opening quote of the movie. At least we could put a name to it instead of some imaginary book. And it's time to get pissed off again, because now we cut over to this movie's Dr. Sam Loomis, played once again by Malcolm McDowell.
That's not what pisses me off, because Malcolm could have actually played a really good Dr. Loomis had the script been better. I mean, Loomis was a well-meaning man who, over time and exposure to Myers, slowly began to lose his own mind. And as we've seen, McDowell has played some pretty deranged characters in the past.
No. What pisses me off is that they turned Loomis from this engaging light v dark character into some blood money grubbing asshole who cares far more about getting rich off the horrible acts of his mortal nemesis than in preventing them.
Freud would certainly have a field day with that little one, wouldn't he?
You suck, McDowell! No, not until next year. And finally over to Michael himself, in real life this time, who has ditched his tracksuit for your typical homeless man attire, which includes a big bushy lumberjack beard. Either that or Santa has really hit hard times.
Halloween is coming. You have to get ready. We are counting on you to bring us home this year. I won't let you down.
Yeah, so Sheri this time is playing a hallucination of Michael's mother, who is goading him to continue his killing spree. Which, personally, I don't get, because out of that entire family, she was by far the most normal. Oh, but don't worry, it'll make far, far less sense by the time the finale comes around. Ah, some more of the fine, sophisticated residents of the town, I see.
Big as he is dumb, man. Look at that, about 7 foot of fucktard.
So does Michael only have his superpowers when he's wearing his mask? Is this like that stupid text crawl from Texas 3 all over again? And now Michael is having a dream about Return to Oz?
I found her. I found Boo.
Wait, that was Laurie's dream?
I am very confused.
And now she's imagining herself killing her friend in the same way Michael killed his stepfather? An event Laurie was A, not present for, and B, a baby during!
Rob? What are you doing?
I don't understand the context of these scenes. Okay, I guess Laurie is becoming psychotic, but why? Because her foster parents were murdered? Because she's Michael's sister? Because ghosts? By the way, I like this shot. This looks like one of Zombie's album covers.
You are. Now, come on, sit down. Sit down.
Better fucking let me go and give me some fucking prescription.
I'm going to give you some Haldol to tide you over.
So Michael has finally walked back to town, and what better place to go first than his mum's old strip club? Haha, remember your tipping dollars. I think Sheri was smoking a few in her trailer before this shot. That's a face that's seeing some shit. Oh, and by the way, in case these movies haven't given you enough reason to think this version of Dr. Loomis is a complete and utter prick, he actually writes in his latest book that Laurie is actually Michael's sister. A fact that she didn't know.
The only problem is, Loomis isn't supposed to be a complete utter prick. Well, I guess he is. I mean, he did use Jamie as bait at one point, but that's beside the point. Shut up!
Look, even Michael's pissed. I doubt he's seeing a dime from the use of likeness. And then Loomis appears on the not quite Jimmy Kimmel show with Weird Al Yankovic?
Look, I know I was angry before, Loomis, but you can do better than that. I mean, at least go for Conan.
Snap!
Laurie, obviously slightly peeved from this revelation, decides to just booze the rest of this shitty night away with her friends. And what level-headed people they are.
What the fuck are you doing? I gotta take a piss.
So who says I wasn't into the water sports? Give me a little golden shower.
That's gross.
Can I just play a snippet from an interview with Zombie about these movies?
You know, and part of it was John Carpenter's way of doing things was so specific. He had such a specific style and feel that which isn't the way I would do things. So I just took a totally different, more raw, real approach to the whole movie.
So, your idea of a more realistic vision than that of Carpenter's movie is a town full of inbreds, rapists, necrophiliacs, and people who enjoy getting pissed on. Take that to bed with you.
Hey, come on, Michael. Everyone is entitled to their own fetishes. I don't want to be accused of persecution here. Laurie begins looking for her missing friend, and...
What do you want from me? It's almost time to come home, Angel.
No, I'm sorry. I can't do this anymore.
Oh, come on, just finish the review.
No, because they don't even
know what they're doing anymore. Where did the ghosts come from? No, wait, they're not ghosts because little Michael is there and he's still alive. Jesus.
Don't give up now, Fedora. You're only 20 minutes away, brother. You can do this.
Wait, what are you being motivational for? You're NWO Hulk Hogan.
Well, how about this then? Get in there or I'll kick the shit out of you.
Meanwhile, on the subject of friends, Laurie's friend from the first movie, Annie, gets attacked and killed by the newly arrived Michael. But apparently that death was just too graphic to show or something? But then they show clips of it when Laurie finds her body, as if to say, yes, this is what happened 20 seconds ago. Michael then chases Laurie into the woods, just in time for Sheriff Brad Dourif to find his murdered daughter. And I will begrudgingly give this movie some credit. As far as acting goes, everyone really does do a solid job. It's just that 95% of them do a solid job of being really convincing assholes who I despise having to watch. The Addams family eventually catch Laurie and bring her to Michael's new secret hideout.
Who are you?
You know who I am, Angel.
Are you my mummy? If you could concentrate.
The police arrive and surround the place, surprisingly fast, but the sooner this ends the better. Oh, and Loomis shows up too, just so Brad Dourif can do what everyone else has wanted to do and slug him.
Welcome! Punch!
But he still manages to sneak into the shack afterwards to confront Michael.
I can't. He's holding me down.
Listen to me, Laurie. There's no one holding you down. Stop! Listen to me! Stop it! Stop! Stop it! Michael, for God in heaven, die!
31 years of silence, and then Rob decides for some reason that Michael needs to speak. And the word he chooses is die.
I, for one, would like to place this scene in the dictionary under monotonous. No, what I actually like to do is get my can and just start jabbing the shit out of it! Die!
And then Michael goes out Red Dead Redemption style, and you'd think that's it, right? Wrong! Because now, it's time that we can finally, after 2 long, ugly, dreary hours of this horse shit, we can finally cheer for something.
Hold your fire!
Woo! Take that, bitch! In fact, she was so annoying. Let's have a double serving. You know, that almost made up for it. No, it didn't. It didn't.
And so this mess comes to an end in the mental hospital, where Laurie, thankfully still alive, sees Sheri and her stupid white horse come for her, and smiles like she's Norman Bates or something.
And that awful movie was Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
What the hell even was this movie trying to be? I just couldn't wrap my head around it. Was it trying to be some kind of psychological art house shit? Well, if you want to do that, fine, go nuts. But leave a beloved slasher franchise out of your drug-induced hallucinatory script, please. On top of that, every single classic character who you thought couldn't be ruined any further than they were in the first remake was just kicked while they were down here. Laurie easily the most of all. Nobody, and I mean nobody, could possibly sympathize with her, and thus no shits are given when she's in danger. And finally, what was with the ghosts / hallucinations that weren't hallucinations because she could see them too and... Oh, God, this sucks!
And that's all from me for tonight, so I'm a bum, this is O the Horror, save your change for me, and we'll see